YouTube. This is Polenicus. I am here next to the Ina here, and I'm here to show you basically a solution that I've come up with for docking collars. Now, as everyone probably knows, there's been with the oxygen update, basically all of our docking schemes kind of went out the window, and I'll show you what's going on here. And so I've got several little blocks here to show you basically what the issue is and what I came up with to fix it. Now, my fix is completely 100% vanilla. There's no modded blocks in there. I haven't been able to find a modded solution that works. Darth Biomech's docking ring does kind of work, but it self-destructs if you try to actually dock. It's not terribly robust, and he's more or less said that he's given up on it because he just hasn't been able to get it to work, and no one else has stepped up with any solutions that I know of. If you do know of any, please put them down in the comments. But for those of you who want to just stay vanilla, actually those of you who need a solution, this is a 100% vanilla solution and it works. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the standard docking configuration. This is the one that we all expected. The 4 merge blocks in a sort of a star pattern. The corner blocks aren't really necessary, but I'm just putting there to indicate that, trying to seal it off. And as you can see, it's not airtight. These are not airtight. So you go in here, and I left those doors open, but it's not airtight. So I mean, it does have the advantage of it's compact, it's pretty, you can walk across it, but it's not airtight. You don't see space, but it's not airtight. And so, if I went in here and I let's close this door here just to prove this to you. So you close that. Close this one just to prove to you that it will pressurize. Okay, see, it goes green. It's pressurized. This is pressurizable. This is fine. Open this up. Boof. Can't pressurize it. So that will not pressurize. So hey, well, I mean, corner blocks aren't airtight. We know that. So, what if we do all 4 blocks? It's just, a 3x3. It's just solid merge blocks. It's still not airtight. These do not hold air at all. And so, that doesn't work either. Well, then how do you use merge blocks to dock your ships together? I mean, you have a station, you want to be able to dock your big ship to it and walk between it without depressurizing everything. Well, someone on Steam posted this a while ago, and I've kind of run with it. And I think some people know about it, but I haven't seen a whole lot posted about how to do it. So I thought I'd post a video up on how to do this. Is this configuration airtight airtight bay doors actually seal up around the merge blocks. Now, some people have done like the star configuration and had this weird setup that you could see space, but it was still airtight and it was janky. But this one here, you don't see space. This one gives you the advantage of that whole thing where you're not actually looking out into space and still having oxygen. So this is the most compact configuration. Now, actually, I forgot to whack a grav generator on here, so let me whack a grav generator on here. I'm going to show you the one problem with this, though. So you whack a grav generator on here. I'm going to put one on this one, too, because I'm going to need one on this one as well. But say you've got gravity here, right? So go through our airlock here. Close it up, open it up here. Hey, look, the door's open, but we have oxygen. It's oxygenated, and we got this. You can't see space out there. We got the doors, and it all looks good. And so we'll just walk over here, and no, you can't step over the lip. So if you use this configuration, you have to hop up. Now, that's not a big deal, and for those of you who are looking for it to be as compact as possible, this is the ideal solution right here. Is you just do this, and then you just live with the fact you have to hop. But it's a pain in the butt. As you can see, it is a pain in the butt. And we don't like pains in the butt. We want something better than a pain in the butt. So I did come up with something I think is a little bit better. It's still not perfect because it is going to require, every time you dock with it, it's going to probably take damage. but that happens when you dock with merge blocks anyway. But I will show you what I've got here. Now, you notice that they got the door glitch on here where they're not closing properly. I'm guessing they're probably just not going to fix that, and they're just going to replace it with the DX11 model. But yeah, you see here, hey, it's airtight. Oh, hey, we have a walkway. A nice walkway, and you can actually put lights on there if you want. You're going to need that in DX11. But yeah, so I'll show you what it is outside. And it's a little bit bulkier, but especially if you're doing something like, if you've ever seen that exploration mode station, I've got one of them that I've been working on for quite a bit, but that one that's made up of all the modular sections. If you want to build a station that uses modular sections, this would be my suggested ideal solution, because it allows you that clean walkway you can walk across, but it still allows you to retain the modularity. And as you can see here, we have all the airtight doors, and I'm going to retract all the airtight doors and blow all my air out into space just to show you what's going on here. Now open them up. Okay, as you can see, what I did here is these two blocks here don't merge, so they will not connect to each other. So you can make a walkway out of them. They won't hold air though, but the airtight blocks will. So you just basically just you extend it out by one so you can include this ramp inside of it. It's the same basic idea as that. It's just expanded enough to actually give you a ramp in there. And this should work with any two blocks you can nose up to each other without them merging together. Will not work with the blast door blocks, because those actually will connect to each other. But just about any other block that you can basically press up against each other, mono blocks, whatever. As long as that is not a valid connection point between the two of them, it'll work. And that will allow you to give you a little walkway in there that makes it easier to walk between and still be airtight. So anyway, that is my solution to all this. So if you guys have come up with something better, please, put it in the comments. Let me know. If you can show me how to do it, I'll show it off and I'll do an update to this. But for right now, if you need a docking solution, this is the best one I found. So, thank you very much, and I am going to now, I just want to do a little fun thing here. Not on here. We're going to go over to, whoops, not there. Not that. This. Okay. Okay, and so now we're going to do some magic jump cutting. Okay, and this is what I wanted to do, is pop into DX11. Ooh, my frame rate is even worse than it was before. So, yeah. But, hey, I'll take a look here. So now, as you can see, some stuff doesn't map over. Now, Darth Biomac has already started by updating his Minotaur cannons, which is awesome. So I'm going to be keeping those as part of the INAs. Now, the autocannon up there, I don't expect that's going to be updated, so I'm probably going to have to swap that out for something else. But that's fine. It was kind of janky anyway, so we'll replace it with probably one of the Tellian turrets or something, big battleship turret. Oddly enough, with DX11, it seems that the keen weaponry is using older models that can't be colored, so they're all not colored properly. And this stuff here, these are vanilla blocks, but the coloration is off, which is weird. But I mean, it's got this interesting metallic sheen to it, so I guess I don't mind too much. It's just like the color balance is a little bit strange. Actually, then one thing I wanted to check here is the LOD on those angle blocks was always screwed up in DX9. It's fixed. It's fixed. So now your whole issues with using the angle blocks now is gone. They are now fixed. They now render properly at a distance. They don't pop into those other blocks. So that's been fixed. But it's interesting. The colors are so much different in here. But anyway, I just wanted to take a look in here. Now, of course, not everything has been updated. Now, people noted that the glass is Um, Stop beeping me. Notice that the glass is clear now. Some people like it and everything. I think it's just because the reflection effect isn't migrated over to DX11 yet. Um, so it's not showing up properly. And when it is, you are going to get that reflective surface, because that's what way glass is in space. You have to have that reflectiveness on there to reflect sunlight. Otherwise, you basically sear your eyeballs out. Although it's usually more of a golden reflection, but it's the effect of polarized glass. Um, some mods have already updated. The armor thrusters are already updated for DX11. The modders are going absolutely nuts here, and it's great. Sage has updated the industrial thrusters. The problem is he's lost the DX9 textures, and they seem to be having a problem where they're thrusting at an angle. My experience with them has been large ship thrusters thrust at an angle but don't actually cause damage. The damage is still straight out. On small ships, however, the damage is at an angle, and it will ruin your day. So for Sage, those are people who use Sage industrial thrusters heavily, like I do. Give them a day or two to get them updated before you try and fly your ships around. Otherwise, you're probably going to have a bad experience. You can see Uncle Steve's armor ramps are not updated yet. I hope he updates those soon. I mean, I know they're not as important as they once were because we have vanilla versions, but he's got blocks in there that vanilla doesn't give us, and I like to keep using them, please. I like them. Thank you. Um, Again, the docking rings are not updated. I don't know if I hope Darth Biomech updates at least the doors. I like the doors. Please let me keep the doors. Now there have been some surprises in that. I guess where the thing is, it's there. Oh, this is a little bit freaky. Okay. I hope that gets updated. I'm expecting, hoping the advanced food stuff gets updated. Now, this is one weird thing about this is that it's so dark in DX11 is you're gonna have to completely change how you do your lighting, unless you just want to use your suit lights the entire time. Now, so I turn off my light here. Light doesn't seem to carry very much at all. Now, this isn't too bad, but I found that if you've got more than one block of space, you're probably gonna have to adjust the light and the cast by these. It's interesting how it changes it, though. It's murdering my frame rate, but it is interesting. Open this up. I mean, the glow effects. Oh, wow. That is just strange and wonderful. Seems there's still a little bit of a polarizing effect on the glass, but it's not nearly what it used to be. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to mention was, and you see here, these are the old Hammerman wall blocks, and you're like, oh no, the Hammerman wall blocks, they're no good anymore. I thought I had you in here. Maybe I don't. Okay, jump cut. Okay, that took a lot longer than I expected, because I'm an idiot. But I wanted to show this off because we're in DX11. But look at the walls. But wait, these are the Hammerman walls. That was an abandoned mod, wasn't it? Nope. Peter fucking Hammerman is back, and he is updating his mod for DX11, and he's updating all the other stuff too, like the decorations pack and everything. And he's actually expanded this pack. So now he showed off in the pack. I don't know if they're in yet, but he showed off there were like half wall blocks in there as well. I don't know if they're in there yet or not, but yeah, he was showing off some like half wall stuff and basically some stuff to update all of this for DX11, and it looks like they color much better now too. Can I get in there and color that? Okay, I can get in and color that one. So it used to be, they didn't color very well. Whoa, I'm pastel magic here. But yeah, you can see they color better now. And so, I mean, any of you guys who are using these heavily, like me, he's back in, he's updating them, he's going to be adding LOD to them and all that other good stuff to them. So I am super pumped about that. I'm very happy about that because these were, I love these walls. I just love the character it adds and the way you can combine them to create different shapes and different impressions and such. And I believe, that this game needs. This is the sort of stuff mods should be doing, and I'm just so happy that that's in there. Now, unfortunately, the other thing that I use in like all of my builds, the console pack, has not been updated yet. The creator has Colt16 has he has posted on the mod for this, saying that he is planning on updating these. I encourage the modding community, because my builds are the only thing the modding community cares about, of course. I encourage the modding community to help him out with this, because these console packs, these are like, not everyone loves them, not everyone uses them, but a huge number of people use them, to the point of that I would encourage Keen incorporate these into vanilla. Give these as an option for vanilla. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to use them, but I would love to see these things in vanilla, so that the weight of that, because I know modding, having to create these things, it's a huge amount of work. It's a huge amount of work, and these guys don't get paid. That got killed. Whether you agree with the whole thing of paid mods or not, these guys who are currently doing it right now, they aren't getting paid for it. I do know that Peter has a Patreon going, and I don't know if Cold16 does, but I would encourage you all to like support these guys for this, just because of what they do make, and that it does enhance our games. And I would love to see this stuff updated. I want to see this stuff updated and fixed, so that that I can use it for space engineers. Yeah, otherwise, that's about all I wanted to show you for the DX11 stuff. There's not a lot else going on here. Not a lot has been updated for it yet. Most of these are still the DX9 models that have just been moved over. I do know they do have a new grav generator model. Oh, that's right, I moved that. I relocated my gravity generator, and I put the cryopod in there. But I do know they do already have an updated. They showed it off, an updated gravity generator mod. I'm sure they're working on models for all the other stuff. They always said they wanted to improve models for it. I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it. And I am so psyched that, like, I mean, look, my frame rate is crap here, but everything kind of improves over here. So, I mean, he's optimized these things. It's even optimized, which is that's so incredibly awesome. Thank you very much, Peter, for coming back and doing this for us. I do know that, stuff was, you didn't have enough time for it, and I didn't expect that, you were ever going to come back to this, but I am so utterly glad that you did, and hopefully we can get the rest of your really cool stuff in here. Like, I know you said you're going to get these things here, the suit racks in there, and that's going to be awesome, and get you and Darth Biomech and everything, get all that stuff into my ships. And I'm hoping that the guy who does the conveyor vents does their stuff too. Now, right now, it's not really possible to play in DX11, just because there's not enough stuff that's migrated over yet. But hopefully all the stuff will be done in time for when planets come out, so we can get into that. Yeah. So that's really what I wanted to go over here. So the docking ports and all the other and the DX11 stuff. Currently, I've got Ina mothballed because she is kind of a load, but it does seem that the DX11 stuff, um, especially stuff that's been optimized like this, seems to actually make it a little bit better. So I'll have to see how it goes once everything is migrated over, um, to see if that actually, if she's viable. If she is, I'm probably going to have her set up for planets. I'm just going to take the Pathfinder off the top, and we're going to replace it with a landing ship. I've got a design already, so I'm probably just going to modify that and pop that on top of her, because I've got something that's in the works. But for right now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys all on the flip side. See ya.